Round 3, it's a rematch of last year's Western Conference Final against the Chicago Blackhawks. I'm not really looking forward to it, or should I say, I wasn't really looking forward to it. This intro is having to be redubbed because of some audio issues, so there is going to be a very awkward jump cut here when I get into talking about our point leader, Steven Stamkos. But of course, you know me, I'm about honesty, so I wanted to point that out so that you guys know there's a reason for it sounding terrible right about now. And Stamkos still leading the way for us in terms of points, but let's take a look at the Blackhawks and see just how different their team is. I can't imagine it's much different than the team that we faced last year. Jonathan Toews still there, 94 overall at 34 years old. He has 12 points in 14 games. Jared Sidhu, only an 83 overall, 8 points. I don't know how the fuck he does it. Look at his stat total. He's a two-way forward. I don't get it. I do not get this game at all. Marcus Kruger, an 85 overall, still there. Anisimov, an 85. And Joe Veleno, is he a recent draft pick of theirs? He's not, so he was drafted a while ago. 22 years old, elite, medium elite potential. He's only played 2 games, so I don't know how much of him we'll be seeing, but maybe they had some injuries and he's a full-time part of their lineup. I am not sure. Left wings, you have Teravainen, 13 points in 14 games, 11 assists as an 84 overall playmaker. Panarin's up to an 86, Huberdeau an 86, Zucker an 85, and Emerson Edom an 83. Both new additions. Gabriel Bourque, we're not going to have to worry about. He is down in Rockford. Right wings, Patrick Kane, of course, still there. Ryan Hartman, Yuri Sekach there. Sekach, though, only 2 games. I don't know how much of him we will see. Andrew Shaw still there as well. Defensively, Ville Polka, Tolola, I'm still probably butchering that. Marcus Crawford, Jared Spurgeon, who I'm pretty sure is a new addition. Zach Leslie, same thing. And Nicholas Hjalmarsson. I imagine the top pairing is Polka, Spurgeon, Tolola, and either Leslie or Hjalmarsson, although Hjalmarsson's just back from injury, or at least is hurt to begin with, and Crawford has to be on the third pairing. The question is it Bobrovsky? And I imagine it's Bobrovsky, and it is. He is still there. He couldn't leave me alone after tormenting me in the Bruins GM Mode Series. A .921 save percentage so far for Bobrovsky! Sergei Bobrovsky. We'll take a look, though, really quick at the season point totals just so that we can get a little bit of a better feel for how some of their players did. Kane, of course, is a beast. Toews, Huberdeau must be their left winger, I imagine. 70 points, 55 assists, for God's sake. Teravainen and Sidhu, 44 points. All right, it's an interesting team. It's a dangerous team. It's weird that Gabriel Bourque had 39 points despite being a 78 overall, unless that's a morale issue. But guys, we have wasted enough time. Let's get into this series. I would love a 2-0 series lead, although we'd probably blow it. But who knows, man. After that San Jose comeback, after the comebacks we saw in the last postseason, I have a hard time not having faith in this team. But fucking Bobrovsky can be an absolute game changer. Let's do this. First period of Game 1 on home ice in Vancouver, and the offense comes alive. Jonathan Huberdeau gets the first goal of the series, but 30 seconds later, it's Bo Horvat, Austin Matthews just over a minute later, and then 26 seconds left in the period, Rinat Valiev gets a gigantic goal. He was the hero in the postseason against Chicago last year, unless I'm remembering that wrong. I'm pretty sure that was right, though. Game 7 against the Hawks. That was perfect. 3 goals on 8 shots. I mean, obviously not perfect in terms of the shot total, but the efficiency is there. All outside shots as well. Interesting. Second period, though, a lot of hockey yet to be played. Let's see what happens. And okay, now I can feel a little bit confident. Alexei Sorella, his 3rd goal of the postseason. He was quiet in the Sharks series after having a good series against the Minnesota Wild. And then Danton Heinen getting the goal. We outshot them heavily that period. And now we can just kind of coast to victory here, hopefully. I mean, God, I can't imagine us blowing a 4-goal lead. I can't imagine Demko doing that. I didn't expect this in the slightest. We have a power play. We can't do anything on it. But 5 goals on Bobrovsky through 2 periods. That is just absolutely insane. And as we wind down this game, Thatcher Demko, 24 of 25 saves. And the Vancouver Canucks take Game 1. Horvat and Valiev, the first 2 stars. That goes to show that's exactly what we need. We need guys like Heinen and Stamkos and Drouin, Chychrun and Erik Karlsson to play really well, but it's those guys that are going to get it done for us. Just, same as Chicago. It's the support players that are going to get it done. But that is a win number 9 in this postseason. Now, before we move on to Game 2, we do have a Game 7 to turn our attention to. It is the Utica Comets and the Syracuse Crunch. The Comets have home ice advantage. Can they get it done? Can they extend their postseason? And they can with a 3-1 win. Unfortunately, injuries have been a gigantic issue for Utica in this postseason run. And now their starting goalie's out. He's not out for long, but Torsten Nyquist will miss a few starts. That is not good at all, but they play the Portland Pirates in the conference final. My God, how many pop-ups do we need? But our attention focuses back. It shifts back to the main series. Game 2 against the Hawks. I don't expect another 5-goal performance. I expect Bobrovsky to be an absolute monster, just a brick wall in this game. But hopefully we can get a similar effort from Demko and get that 2-0 series lead. First period of Game 2, and it's a goal apiece. Jason Zucker under 5 minutes in, but then with 1 second left from the sideboards, my God, I mean, that's as shitty of a HUD or ESHL goal as you can get. Just throw it on from the sideboards with no time left, and Danton Heinen beats Bobrovsky. That is huge. So close to going into the second period down 1-0, and Heinen sneaks one past him. That is absolutely huge for us. Second period, though, can we capitalize on it? And we can. Steven Stamkos with 10:10 left in the period. We're even in shots, but we had the lead on the scoreboard. We're in a good spot, but my God, how much longer can we keep someone like Patrick Kane off the score sheet? Third period, let's do this. 5 minutes gone, and there's Jonathan Toews. I guess insulted that I said Patrick Kane instead of him. Andrew Shaw gets a goal. Oh, thank God. Erik Karlsson ties it. I was really starting to get a bit worried there. Erik Karlsson ties it, but then Jonathan Toews scores on the power play. Fuck me. Isn't this so Chicago-like? Come on. Not this way. Not this way. Patrick Kane, the empty netter. A 4-goal third period for the Blackhawks. 2 for Toews. And we blow a 2-1 lead in that game. And we fall in Game 2 by the embarrassing score of 5-3. Not good at all. The series shifts to Chicago for Game 3. I don't know why people are complaining about roster moves. There haven't been any roster moves. But man, that was a very disappointing Game 2. We need to rebound in a big way. In a big way, very early on here. A crucial first period for us. If we can get on the board early, that would be fantastic. First period, and we do. Veleno gets the opening goal on Demko, but it's Jake Virtanen and Steven Stamkos. Virtanen continuing to step up. Only 9 shots in that period, but 2 goals. So again, kind of like Game 1, not many shots, but we got to him early. Second period, Colton Parayko, his first goal. It's been a long time since we've seen that name score a goal in a playoff game. Pretty much even in shots, but a 3-1 advantage as we enter the third period. I hope to God we don't blow it again. Knock on wood, but it could happen. Let's see, a power play for Chicago. Can we kill it off? That must have been a major. Holy shit. We kill it off. 7 minutes to go. Come on, Demko. Shut the door. Fuck me. Maybe I should just be quiet. I'd love to be quiet, but it's a fucking commentary. Jason Zucker with the goal. Please hold on. And Jacob Chychrun with the goal. My God. We're outshot 36-23. But we hold on to win Game 3 by the score of 4-2. That was fucking nerve-wracking. Demko with 34 saves. Andrew Shaw continues to be a complete douche. As far as penalties go, was that a major? It wasn't. Was it a double minor? It was concurrent penalties. Okay, so one after the other. That explains it. But Game 3 goes to the Canucks, and that is win number 10 in this postseason. 6 wins to go. Game 4 in Chicago. Can we take a 3-1 series lead, or will they tie it up as we head back to Vancouver for Game 5? I should note, too, Nyquist is back for the Comets. They surprisingly won the first 2 games, so the Utica Comets are in a great position to potentially move on to the Calder Cup Finals for the first time in a few seasons. But the focus is here. The focus is here. This crucial Game 4 against the Blackhawks. Let's do this. My God. I mean, there's nothing else I can say I haven't said already. Let's just sim this period. First period. My God. Not much in terms of goaltending. Jonathan Drouin scores early on. Under a minute later, it's Teravainen. Just over a minute later, it's Panarin. But then Gabe Vilardi and Danton Heinen. My God. Wow. 2 quick goals for them. 3-2. 5 goals on 21 shots. This is like fucking Game 5 of fucking Pittsburgh and San Jose. No goaltending to be seen here, folks. Second period, will it get any better? It does for them, not for us. Artemi Panarin with his second goal of the game. And that sets up a very interesting third period. Tied on the scoreboard, tied in shots. This is big. Let's do this. Third period, can we get the win? Can we take the 3-1 series lead, or will they tie this up? Gotten a good jump in terms of shots, but no goals yet. Halfway through the period, we need Drouin, we need Stamkos. Matthews has been dead silent in terms of goals here. In this series, we're down to the wire, and we are going to overtime. Of course we're going to overtime. It's always the fucking big games that we go to overtime in. Thankfully, we haven't gone to overtime as much as we did last year, or in last postseason, which was just miserable to sit through. Let's do this. Overtime, can we get the goal? Please, somebody, anybody. I meant for our team. Fuck me. Jonathan Huberdeau with the goal, and the Blackhawks are not going away. Artemi Panarin, Teuvo Teravainen, 2 points apiece. We fall in Game 4 in overtime by the score of 4-3. Jake Virtanen is going to miss a few games as we head back to Vancouver for Game 5. As expected, it is Kiru re-entering the lineup, but we are shifting things up a little bit. Vilardi will take the spot on the second line, at least for Game 3. Very tempted to go with Castles or even Kiru, but we're going to go with Vilardi. The third line is now the old fourth line. Sorella, Horvat, Castles, Pearson, McCann, and Kiru on that fourth line. I just hope I'm making the right choice putting Vilardi there as we head to Game 5. A crucial Game 5. Another fucking injury down in Utica. That's absolutely insane. One comes back, the other gets injured. Actually, let's see. There. Okay, so they lost Game 3. Okay, Game 5 on home ice against Chicago. My God, this sucks. This sucks. I just wish we could have one postseason where we just rip teams apart from start to finish. Hopefully we can do that here in Game 5, though. First period, we get the opening goal. It's Drake Caggiula. Barely outshoot them. A lot of hockey left to be played, though. Second period, and my God, there we go, boys. Finally, Stamkos, Danton Heinen, and Caggiula gets his second. The first and second line getting it done. Demko is finally beat by Ville Pukka with 59 seconds to go. 21 shots apiece, but we're up 4-1. God damn it, don't blow it. Just don't blow it. As we enter the third period, a 3-2 series lead is ours to lose at this point. A 4-1 lead. It's holding up a power play, though, for Chicago, and Patrick Kane scores on the power play. 6 minutes to go. Now 5. Can we hold on? Please, Demko, you're the man. I believe in you. And we did it. God damn it, we did it. I'm so expecting this to go wrong. I still can't believe we got past the Sharks. 4-2 in Game 5. We take a 3-2 series lead. Holy shit. Caggiula, Renat Valiev, and Thatcher Demko, your 3 stars. And for those keeping track, that is win number 11 in the postseason. Just 5 wins away from the repeat. Heading into Game 6, Jake Virtanen is back, but we are still going to go with the fourth line of Pearson, McCann, and now Vilardi rather than Kiru. We'll see what happens there. I don't know if that's the right choice. Sorel has been decent so far this postseason. Horvat's been okay. Castle's only 4 points, but again, I don't really expect much offense out of him. But we will give them a chance. As we head to Game 6, back in Chicago, can we close them out here, or are we destined to go to another Game 7 with the Chicago Blackhawks. First period of Game 6, scoreless, 9 shots to 8. Second period, and the offense finally comes alive for both teams. Erik Karlsson, the opening goal, and then Bo Horvat gets a goal not too far after. 21 shots to 14. Artemi Panarin brought them to within 1 towards the end of the period. Blackhawks will be fighting for their season, and we are fighting to secure our place in the Stanley Cup Final for the second consecutive year. Let's do this. One more goal for us. Of course, I feel like I had to clarify. One more goal for us could seal the deal, but maybe it's enough already for Thatcher Demko. Halfway through the period, still nothing. 5 minutes to go now. I really wanted that insurance goal, but are we going to need it? We do not. Thatcher Demko, 25 of 26 saves. The Vancouver Canucks outlast the Blackhawks, defeating them in 6 games. Never saw that coming. Like I said, I swear to God, I thought this was destined for 6 or 7. But, my God, we did it. That is win number 12. And we are now just 4 wins away from the Stanley Cup repeat. So guys, let's find out who it's going to be. Let's find out who it's going to be. We will actually pay attention here, though. The Utica Comets could seal a playoff spot or a berth in the final. We know who we're playing. We're going to sim up here to Game 1. The question is, can the Comets seal their spot in the Calder Cup final? They cannot. And of course, you can see it there. It is the New York Islanders. You can see it over on the right. A little bit of a spoiler, thanks to that idea. It is the New York Islanders in the Stanley Cup final. My God, we have home ice advantage, which is absolutely huge. But it is the New York Islanders. They swept the Ottawa Senators. They beat the Flyers in 6. They beat Toronto in 5 in the first round. We won 2 games in 6, and of course the Game 7 over the Sharks. So they're a little bit fresher in terms of the amount of games played. But we'll see if that's a factor. Knowing EA, it probably won't be a factor. I'm giving them a little bit too much credit. And actually, for the hell of it, we'll look down in the AHL. Utica 1 game away. The Iowa Wild 1 game away. Things are looking good for both teams, guys. But, I mean, believe it or not, we have made it back to the finals. 12 wins down, 4 to go. Of course, in the next episode, we'll see what the Islanders look like. I can't imagine if they're playing this well that they don't have John Tavares still. But we will see. As always, if you have enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button down below. Helps out the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already to continue following this series and to help me reach my goal of 1K subscribers. That's the goal for the moment. If I can just hit that, I'll be happy with the whole YouTube thing. This little blip on the radar, this like smallest little fucking blip on the YouTube radar. Like, it's not even on the fucking radar. What the fuck am I talking about? I'm realistic about my channel. I'm fucking rambling. I love how I cannot close out an episode without rambling. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. And I will see you in the next one. We're 4 games away from a repeat, and the Islanders are probably going to stomp us, aren't they?